and that's what we want, are mature seeds. So let's open it up. Oh, look at those beautiful seeds. Hello everyone, and welcome to the back garden yard. Today we are going to collect seeds for the 2026 garden. That's right, if I get 5 different kinds of seeds today at $3 a pack, I'm going to save at least $15, and I'm going to have way more seeds than I would have if I was buying those little packs of seeds. So I'm going to collect 4 different kinds of peppers, and I'm also going to collect my pole lima beans. So I've prepared my containers, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So the first thing is giant Asian peppers. So we're going to go ahead and come out to the pepper patch, and these did real well for me this year, and we're about to have the first freeze of fall. You can see the leaves have changed and fall is in the air, and they're predicting a hard freeze in a couple of days. So it's time for me to collect the seeds. Now what I want to do is I want to get some old peppers that I don't want to eat. Now these are the giant Asian peppers here, and I'll end up pulling these plants up in a day or two. But anyway, they're still putting them on. They have really been good. But what I want to do is I want to find one that's kind of already over the hump. I let these stay to turn red. Now a red pepper is just a green pepper that has been allowed to mature. But that's what you want to do. Now here's one, as you can see, that's in the maturing stage, but this is perfectly edible pepper, and of course I will pick this one and eat it. But this one here has already come down and past its prime, but this is a perfect one for seeds. We're just going to go ahead and clip it off, and then we're going to cut it open from the middle just to make sure that it's not rotten in there. But this ensures that the seeds in there are nice and mature, and that's what we want, are mature seeds. So let's open it up. Oh, look at those beautiful seeds. So these large green Asian peppers, oh, these are so sweet and nice. I mean, they are just some of the best tasting, and they're not hot. And here's one that we've allowed to mature for seeds. So we're going to go ahead and pull it. And I like to go to different plants and pull some. And the reason is that way then you're making sure you keep it genetically diverse. So I'm going to pull this one that's a little more mature than the one I just pulled. So I'm not going to go ahead and cut these now just for the sake of this video, but I'll do them the same way I did the bell peppers. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in the bag labeled long Asian peppers. So here I am at the regular bell pepper patch, and as you can see, they were still putting on more nice bell peppers, and I'm coming back out here in a little while to get these before the thing. But here's one that I've allowed to mature, and as I said before, a red bell pepper is just a mature green pepper. But as you can see over here on the side, just like with the big ones, we've already got it starting to rot, and that means the seeds inside are going to be very, very mature for me. So what I'm going to do, as I did with the other ones, is I'm going to go ahead and cut right into the bottom here, open it up, trying to save the seed pod, which is right in the middle on the top. There it is. Let's go ahead and cut across here, and there's some nice looking mature seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the bag labeled regular bell peppers. Over here are pure banana peppers, and once again, banana peppers are nice and yellow, and then they turn red when they mature. So this looks like a nice mature one here. Let's pull it off and see. Oh, looking very, very nice here. And I want to get at least 2. So let me get back over here and see if I can find another banana that's turned red. I've still got nice harvesting banana peppers that I'll be back out here to pick. And here is one that's turned nice and red. So I will pull it. And now I've got my banana peppers. So here are my yellow banana peppers. They don't look yellow, but as you saw, I got them from the yellow plants. And then finally I want to get my pole lima beans, and they just happen to be right over here. And if we look in here, it's going to be pretty obvious to see them. Usually the nice ones with seeds, they're popping out like this. You can see them, they're nice and dry and perfect. Here's some more. Oh, look at those. These are just perfect for collecting for next year's crop. And I'll go ahead and fill this up in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the pole limas. Now, there are plenty more of harvesting pole limas right here in this area, and before the freeze comes, I'll be back over here to harvest these. You can see as the sun hits them, that's got very, very nice beans inside. So I've got one more nice harvest coming for the pole limas, but I wanted to collect some of the mature seeds for next year's crop. So what I'll do is I will go inside and I will take these peppers out of the little pepper pods and spread them out on these towels and let them dry out on these label bags up on top on the towels until they're nice and dry. It'll take about 2 weeks before I'm sure they're dry. Then I will fold them back up in the paper towels and I'll put them in these bags, and I will keep them in the cool, dry area downstairs where I keep all my seeds until I start sprouting seeds for next year. Okay folks, so I'm back inside with my haul of seeds that I am going to save for the 2026 garden. Just like I've got the giant Asian peppers here and the regular bell peppers here, and then the 2025 pole lima beans. These are so dry and nice, I don't need to do anything with them. I'm going to put them over here where I keep seeds that I've already dried. Right here I've got the pole lima beans. I'll leave them there in these sandwich bags. And then here I've got the red romaine lettuce from 2024 still, and I've got a bunch of these seeds still, so I'll keep those. And then these are my calabash squash seeds, and they're actually from 2 years ago, but they're still in good shape. The newspaper keeps them dry, keep the bag closed, and you don't want them too airtight, because in case the seeds sweat a little bit, you don't want them to mold. And so that's what we're doing. And then I've also got some Korean corn in here that I have saved from last year's garden. And of course, it's got the purple ears and stalks some, and it's got the regular seeds. Anyway, my wife loves this stuff, so I've got that there. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how I spread them out on a plain piece of paper. So I'll start here with the giant Asian peppers, and as you can see, they were in a little bit of a state of deterioration, but I like to put them on just very plain copy paper. So here's the one of them that I got, and I don't want to separate them until they're dry. I don't want to separate them from the little stalk they've got. I'm going to dry them on these stalks. And so I think I've got about 4 samples here. Yeah, this one's in fairly bad shape, but it'll be fine. All right, and so then I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them over here on my shelves. So now I've got them in this little cubby, and they'll just sit here and dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fan right here in front of them and let them blow for over a week. And you don't want to use any heat. You don't want to put a heater in front of it. You want the seeds to be dry, but you don't want them to die. And if you dry them out too much, they'll literally die. So what I'm going to do is just air dry these seeds for about a week, and then I'll put them back in the bags here for storage, just like I've got these here. So that's what's going on. And I'll go ahead and set up the other 3, and then I'll show you how it all looks. Okay, so now I've got the seeds drying. I set up this little small fan at low speed, and it's right over here in front of my drying area. And so I've got the fan down here just blowing a gentle breeze. I don't want it to blow the seeds everywhere, and plus we don't want to dry them too fast. And when they're done, once again, I'll put them back in these bags, and I can just touch them as they're drying here and figure out if it's dry enough. And so that's the way you want to dry your seeds. Now you can do this with squash seeds and watermelon seeds. The one caveat is, if they say they're hybrid, like say Silver Queen corn or Better Boy tomatoes, if you've got hybrid seeds, don't try to dry and save those, because what you're going to get, especially after a couple of seasons, is you're going to get some different looking tomatoes. You're going to get some different looking corn. You're not going to be happy with what you get after a couple of seasons as a hybrid wears off. So that's the way that you want to set this up. You want to have a little fan right here, and then you want to get your bags and make sure, because everything looks the same. You notice all these different green peppers, the yellow banana peppers are red, and of course the regular bell peppers look exactly like the giant Asian peppers. So you need to keep your bags right there with your seeds so you don't forget which ones are which, because if you ever mess this up, you'll never know which seed is which. Now also, if you go to the grocery store and you want to buy some purple bell peppers or some orange bell peppers or yellow bell peppers, well, you can go ahead and save the seeds. After you eat the peppers, just take the seeds out, dry them this way, and you can grow purple, orange, or yellow bell peppers next year. What I want you to remember is they're going to start out green, just like a regular green bell pepper does, and the green bell peppers end up turning red when they're mature. Well, the purple ones will turn purple when they mature from green, and the orange ones will turn orange. So if you want the colors, you're going to have to just leave them and let them mature. And that's why they cost so much more, is because the people that are selling the colored peppers know they have to leave them on the vine and let them turn colors. So it takes a whole lot more time on the plant to get those colored peppers, and that's why they cost a whole lot more. You can go ahead though, if you want to, and eat some of the green bell peppers that will turn into purple ones. You don't have to wait. You can go ahead and harvest them and just eat them green, and they're going to taste just like a regular bell pepper. Well, I'm going to end this video now. I hope you've learned something from all this, and if you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. because I've got a 2026 garden that's in the planning stage, and I'll be releasing more videos on how we start that very soon. And thank you for watching.